Hollywood dropping the woke and finally getting the memo. You can keep the ego, they don't want a free demo. Queer slop flop, sweet baby ink suck a dick. Kyle in the mix, got milk, now we nest quick. CD Project Red, Dev Simp, and that's a Kotaku ticket to Band World Pimp. Wants to punch gamers, sounds so friendly. Cuck used to work for Stacey Henley. Marvel Rivals brought back the feminine. Fat bald headed overdosing on the melanin. I want the whole titty, nothing but the titty payoff. DEI can't defy them layoffs. Dimwit lies, community noted. Don't forget how America voted. United we faggot, divided we stick. Shout out to Bob Saget, rabbit stealing my tricks. Tone down, gay up, more accessible. This amount of woke, I'm afraid is irrepressible. Not the Loch Ness, but I'ma need tree fitty before they shut me down like party chitty. Pour one out. Oh my God. I tried the Taco Bell nuggets and they were like, all right. You know, what was I expecting? Hello, beta testers. Merry Christmas to you. Like and subscribe to join over 111,000 people not getting notifications to the videos that they're subscribing for. Join the Discord, full of schizos, and mute every channel that isn't the announcements to get at the very least a notification of when I'm streaming or putting out a video. In Fortnite right now, there are free cosmetics for Christmas, and here's what's inside those gifts if you decide to go into that game. And even if you don't play Fortnite now, maybe consider that you'll end up jumping in the future. I saw a Mariah Carey upcoming emote, and it really showcased that it looks like we're not dealing with just rigid, uncanny male and female emotes, but maybe we're moving towards something else, and Dia thinks that Mariah had input. She shared Genshin's upcoming update. It's interesting watching that game transform into something that may allow players more input in the way of creativity. Recently, I jumped into Marvel Rivals with some of you, and you were all so enthusiastic that most of you were on hand at a moment's notice to jump in and, without communication, effortlessly manage victories in lobbies that had me screaming like it was Overwatch all over again, and it felt great. Looking at the pipeline of what that game plans to dump into it, it's something that everybody should be excited for, and to that I say yes. A game that we're all playing. They're not scared of a leotard either, because the West tries to demonize, but only in non-queer games, you know what I mean? Because of the woke that consumes them. But noticing that makes you a conspiracy theorist, and to that I say, yes, baby. Including and especially the tinfoil accusations. Genshin Impact Stellar Blade, the first Descendant Marvel Rivals, I'm so thankful for the jiggle physics sense they injected into a game to prioritize fun over politics. It sells, people want it, and when they are catered to, none of it is going to kill women as sexists at IGN or woke outlets would have you believe. My name is Kyle, and as a Jamaican man, trying his best to suppress the charisma and manage a low profile, I still end up with entities in my orbit who have habitually taken to mistaking me for caring who they are. I'm unfortunately funny. So much so I crack myself up, which ruins it for some, but only enhances it for me. What kind of funny does that make me? I'm sure it varies from person to person. Extrapolate what you may. But I want you to find someone who is a comedian and ask for their experience. Being an actually funny person comes with the risk of bringing people within an inch of their life, laughing until they deny their brain oxygen and pass out. But it also comes with the risk of deeply offending some psycho enough to consider you worthy of death. I often share the anecdote that you don't need to win the lottery so much as having something someone covets enough for you to become their nemesis in a parasocial relationship. To simply be online these days is to be a celebrity, and in the same way culture has classed a moron for being mad at an actor playing a bad or mean role, we have to tolerate Bjork ass niggas mad at a joke. that often they're too stupid to understand, even with context. Video games are what Kyle chose to talk about online, but I've no doubt that if I collected thumbtacks and made a channel dedicated to that I'd have some ejaculation in a human suit upset with me. Commentary channels addressing what they class as gooning and whether or not that is in a measure that they find acceptable, that's little kid, loser, cringe. Meanwhile, proudly boasting a rules for thee but not for me philosophy, they're eager, awaiting a 32-page Harley Quinn fart fetish comic that is planned as an official DC release. It's funny, but really now, come on, man. Time to dust off this gem, because even as an April Fool's joke, it's just whack. Not inherently bizarre, but knowing what most of you know now about the Dan Schneider of it all, maybe the foot symbol is meaning something. Maybe there's more to it than what's on the surface. Conspiracy theory. That's what they said at the time too, and it protected the nasty niggas. Woke Steady, Suicide Squad, Concord, Dustborn, Dragon Age all came out this year. Somehow Kai Elephant, addressing the woke in the room, has aspiring vagina havers melting down, you free falling, and we're all scrambling to get the cameras before you go splat.
I act more like a man than a woman.
I can't even be a woman right.
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman. They're not men or women. I'm going to use they instead of she from now.
Use they instead of he or she.
So I'm non-binary.
Is it because I didn't fit as a woman? Is it why I don't fit as a woman? So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong?
Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens. Non-binary. Feels right. When she says I act more like a man.
Oh my god.
It feels right.
Okay.
Why does it feel right?
Do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
What?
You talk about corpses too much.
Oh, other people talk about things too much. Did I make them put that in the game? It's literally funny every time to me. And anyone who knows me knows if I were desperate for attention, coochie out, pussy popping on a handstand, I'd probably have a camera on myself and spaz out, for attention. But I love keeping a low profile, so when anything happens, if something pops off, people know that it is the result of organic interest. I want the maximum amount of people aware of what is here so people can make an informed decision moving forward. The noticing isn't just making people seethe, it's forcing them to realize what a shill they are and refusing to acknowledge the open disdain universally shared by a people, a nation, a culture. Specifically disgusted by this cult of genital slicers pushing puberty blockers on children, glorifying top surgery scars in video games where the maximum slider for the ass and the titties go right here. Shut your bitch ass the fuck up. My message is what scares you, and it's what I want everybody to hear. Thank you for your service. I'm hearing you talk about intergalactic, and you're completely avoiding the explosively negative reaction culminating in hundreds of thousands of dislikes, locked comments. They knew this reception was coming. It matters to people. And for some reason, the loser's throwing a tantrum over people voicing what they will not purchase loudly enough to identify what the issue is problematic for you niggas. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. No matter how desperate you are to be part of a conversation that you refuse to acknowledge the facts of. In Ebonic vernacular, you niggas all in the Kool-Aid don't know the flavor. CD Projekt Red deep fried ESG specialists got employees out here simping for fucking Kotaku sluts. Dumbass used to work for the Gamer talking about needing to punch gamers. Shut the fuck up, you fucking loser. If you don't see the hypocrisy and feminine exclusion, that you're simply not who I'm talking to, bitch. Why you think I'm talking to you? If you're forcing yourself to interact with and engage with my content again this Christmas, I thank you. The more address this, the better, because the more see it, the less will fund it. This does not result in good things for my people, so I will fight. This does not result in a prosperous future for gaming, so I fight. And I am not and never will be part of the mythical modern audience, so I'm making how I feel known, and you can moan and spread that pussy for me if that's what you need to do. Endless examples of woke developers desperate to confuse the definition of racism as they hate fucking white people. Your commentary is appreciated because through my efforts, what I've struggled to get seen is now something people effortlessly need to hand wave away. Oh, everybody knows that, nigga. When I started this, I can remember when everybody didn't know that. And the bribes and the attempts at silence will comfort me till the end of my days. Some of you don't know it, but your response to some tool defending the lies against people seeing the truth could change your life. I'm not encouraging everybody to pursue being a talking head on the internet. I'm saying specifically standing in opposition of what is obviously incorrect in your everyday life is part of the game that you've realized the world to be. And you, especially outside of a literal video game, are playing a game. People don't often secure a partner or get hired by being their complete, authentic selves on a first date or a job interview. And just because you should doesn't mean that it is the most advantageous play. And people who aren't aware they are playing get played. I simply wanted to show people the types of things that they might avoid wasting money on were they privy to it. If this stuff didn't matter, we wouldn't be witnessing a noticeable change. People are tired, and I won't have them wasting energy and brain cells defending their own justified feelings to entitled nutters like you. For God's sake, have a drink, let the narcissism seep out of you, and let people have a fucking rest for their Christmas. A big change is a-comin'. Ho, ho, ho. To the patrons and sponsors, I love you, I thank you. You've made something possible where it otherwise couldn't be on a platform that expects a lot when I get so little. Listen to me carefully. This is what celebrity used to be, and it never goes out of style. Yes, Brittany. Oh, yes. In the next episodes and streams, we'll be exploring this insane article and nonsense that's spewing out of these woke developers because they can't shut the hell up. You know, they need to spout this because I think more people here, we got to see this stunning and brave entity in their own words make it apparently clear that, damn, they said they the rule out here. I want to make sure everybody's informed and sees what they saying, so they can make an informed choice and all again. I thought choice was good, but I guess I'm offending the white hoods. And here I thought I was making sense to everybody. I thought this was America. If you made it this far in this list, I love you. Go clean out my wish list. Go buy all of that stuff on there. I'm dying out in these streets. I'm dying, nigga. I'm traditionally gay, yabba dabba doo. But these people, they modern tutti frutti gay, I'm OG woke, they're new woke, the everyone hates you because you're going full BLM. A little bit of power, you go full BLM. And it's not a race thing because, you can go full Hawk Tuah too.
That's not a fair comparison, Kyle.